On that bullshit again. Loosened on its own. What you doing here?
Yeah, so they grind. Yeah, they grind. That was obvious. Come on now. Of course they're gonna grind, but yeah, I find them to grind really smooth. Really smooth, like most trucks I've been on. Reputable trucks. Actually, most trucks just grind. I've never had a problem with my trucks not grinding. But yeah, these are smooth. These are undoubtedly smooth. They feel good to grind on. I do notice that the grind marks coming in real quick, like with the metal, the indentation marks and everything like that. You usually get them for like crooks and other things like that. That's the only damn grind I can do, okay? But yeah, I did notice that rather a little damn quick, man. I ain't seen no like that before. I ain't mad at it, but yeah. Shit happened to my aces too. I have not seen that shit before. I used to go heavy on the grinds. That shit used to take me a while to get to my. Anyways, the inverted kingpin. I mean, that's the star of the show. That's the appeal of the truck. I mean, the particular truck I grabbed and everything like that. And I don't do tricks that do that. I can't. As far as it relates to the kingpin clearance, there was no questions about it. There was no doubts about it. It was going to clear that. And then it's ultra low, so it was really going to clear that. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the other aspects of the truck. And there's definitely plenty of people out there who do tricks because they're capable of doing tricks that hit on those areas. So right away, let's get a look at how they are branding these puppies. Skateboarding just got easier. That's cap. That's big cap. It just got harder. Did another second just go by? Did I just get older? It just got harder. I just got harder. The gold standard for grind clearance, I'm not even going to argue with that. I'm not even going to try to pretend. I don't even know. I don't even care if it's true or not. It just is. It's just a fact. Look how low that shit is, man. That's definitely the lowest I've seen, and they're outright making the claim. So, unless you think they're lying, why they gonna lie? Probably because they call SLAPPY, and that slapped the shit out of you. You scared to speak up in the event you did find them to be lying or some shit like that.
The name don't come from hitting curbs. Oh no, your face is the goddamn curb. There we go. There we go. Look at that gold.
Ultra low hollow kingpin.
Here's a look at that inverted kingpin. Also hollow, as you can see.
Then an axle and shorter top bushing.
You got that hollow axle.
You get more grind clearance as we established. Definitely true. Don't slap me. And increased slappy angle. I don't even do slappies like that. I guess I gotta go try. You're gonna have to defer to the slappy gods. I'm old, but not that old. And no hangups guaranteed. I can see that. I mean, especially when, again, I don't do shit that get hung up like that, man. I'll find a way. I'm bad. I'm terrible.
No, but it's low already. Smack the sides down and it's even lower. There's nothing protruding really. And it has this angle to just smoothing over, so when you do hit or touch or scrape or whatever, it's just gonna rim off of that.
Forged base plate. So it should be strong as hell. And it's strong in your uncle's forehead. They got from sit across at the Thanksgiving the goddamn table. That nigga hair strong as hell, goddamn. Why your hair so strong? More kingpin thread for looser or tighter trucks, so you got more thread to play with, so you can get it looser or tighter. I just repeated what it just said. No braking time. That's bullshit. I had to break it in for sure. Less wheel bite. Quickest turn. 100% fun. That turn is really. That might be. Well, I'd have to step on other trucks, but this is definitely the quickest that I've been on. It's pretty whippy, but they're brand new. They're brand new. So of course that was the case, and that goes back into I had to break the motherfuckers in. That was the bullshit right there. I had to break them in. That's the new truck break-in where it kind of doesn't want to stay like tight when you tighten them, and you got to keep tightening them down just so they can stay at some level, and then they just get to keep being loose. That did not really happen with these. Yeah, these ones, it was more than just getting used to it. Okay, that's one thing. That's not really indicative of if it's good to go out the box. Like if there's no break-in, that's different. Like the bushings, like physically got to break in. I definitely had that issue where they felt a little bit looser than they should be, and then eventually I was able to tighten them to my desired tightness, and then they would stay the same. And then I just seen the hand coming down. Don't slap a nigga though.
Damn, these feel loose. Like when you go to turn, they feel stable and structured. But when you go to turn, these bitches, oh my good, oh shit, this some bullshit.
As in, I wasn't ready for that level of turning. That is some good. That's impressive. That is some good shit right there. They're definitely really loose for me, and even through that, you can feel how sensitive that turn is. So these are some turning motherfuckers right here. These are some turning motherfuckers right here. So that could be a little bit subjective, but the difference is with these, for sure, without a doubt, I did not have to, like, death grip. I didn't have to excessively tighten them just for them to still be loose, like crazy loose, and then like days later act normal, and then I don't have to have them. So I instantly tasted that. No, like days later, then it starts acting normal, and I can set it to how I really want them to be, and it's not too loose, and it's not too. These were marginally looser, enough to notice though, but enough to still have to break it in. So, but 20 minutes later, I was good to go. That went away, but that fart can't. That fart is with us. It's here. It's immortalized. I'm not even gonna edit it out, or the space heater in the background. I got the heater going. That was my heater. My ass is a heater.
Yeah, so 20 minutes in, it doesn't feel as loose. When I go to, yeah, it feels a little more structured. Still got that turn when you go to turn, but yeah, it feels a little more stable.
To be clear, I did run these raw, so I didn't do it. I didn't touch them. I just put them on my board, set them up, and started to go. Then I went to tighten it to get it to how I want it to be, and then all that, and then the slight looseness. Yeah, I still experienced that, but then that went away. Yeah, so with brand new trucks, like the braking period, typically, no matter what you do, they're way too loose, and they just keep coming loose like instantly. They just, or they will not tighten. They won't even tighten. I'm sorry, they just won't even tighten. Who let this nigga? You are not invited. You are not invited here. I got love for you, but you are not invited here. This is a party and a conversation about turning. Okay, well, you turn, but these turn. Okay, this is a turn party. This is a turn party, not a turn party. We were turning, and yeah. With Crux, there's like no new truck blues where they're too loose. No matter what you do initially, no matter how hard you tighten them, they just stay loose, and they keep loosening a little bit, and then eventually break in, and it's good to go. Like, why? I think it's the bushings or something. I don't know. Them hoes thick. Back to new truck blues, but you crank them down. You crank it. You just tighten it so tight. The bushes start screaming. They come alive. They start screaming at your ass, man. And they still be loose. It's just weird. That did not happen with these in particular. I like tightened them, and they were good to go. They were cool, or so I thought. So basically, at this point, I pretty much attribute it to the bushings blowing out. But at the time, I did not know. I just thought they were a little eaten up. But it turns out they were probably on the beginning stages of like blowing the hell out, and then eventually, yeah, later to come, which I'm going to show you, that's got to be what it is. It's just the top. It's just the front truck too. I believe the other one's beat up too, but no, this one, it definitely blew. So I think it was starting to blow out. It just didn't look. It just looked like normal, like a little bit of damage here and there. But I guess it was pretty substantial, and it was just, again, that process, the early stages of it, just blowing the hell out. So what had happened was, I'm not gonna get slapped right now. Now what happened was, I don't know if. Two instances of it. I don't know which one came first, but basically I was trying to get my nollies really good and really high on the pyramid, and then I was doing them, and then probably like after like 3 of them, I came down really high. I just landed, yeah, and it was just loose as hell. I mean, completely loose. I'm like, what the hell? I don't mean kind of loose. I mean like almost. It felt like I just turned into Day One when I landed or some shit. Day One song. That was almost racist right there. I don't know what the fuck kind of accent you just put that dick. I thought I broke something or something like that. I was like, what the hell? So I tightened them, and they were good to go again. And yeah, it was cool. It wasn't that loose. I was able to tighten them again, so it wasn't that loose. But then the next day, or next session. See, this happened over the course of 4 hours, but I skated like 2 hours a day. So that's realistically within in the first session. So the first day was like 2 hours of skating. Second day was 2 hours of skating. But the second time I did it, I held it in my hand. You know how you will bite your board? So you grab the bottom of your board, put your thumb over the wheel, and you just squeeze it together. I did that like twice just to see how loose it really was. And I hopped on. I felt like it just did it again. Oh man, I was like, hell to the no. This is gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening. I set them aside for like a month in my car. I didn't touch them at all. So what you're saying is you put them on timeout. And I came back. I never had that issue again. I have not had that issue again. But let me put my headgear on because I did have another issue with it. And that, so far that one's cool too. I just took it all apart and I put it back together and it's cool. It's good so far.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Like, see the bushings on these taking a little bit of damage, but they're not. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's not messing with me. That one's the closest to being kind of right now. These ones are insane. It's like fighting me. The top one is aggressively turning that way, like that sharp too. It's like, so I'm trying to roll straight. I'm trying to set up for a 3, and I'm setting up for a 3 foot with my foot way under the, right up at the bolts, and it's still fighting with me. So it feels like it's tail fish. I don't know the goddamn. I don't tell anything tail fish. I don't give a fuck. I'm going straight. I'm cool. This back foot is chilling. I'm still not gonna land the trick, but I'm chilling. I'm still not gonna land the trick, but I'm like, and then this one is just going that way. It's going that way. I'm going straight, and it's going that way. It's going that way. I've tightened them. I've loosened them. So now I'm about to take it all the way off and just. But yeah, you see how? I guess it's eating up. That's the only thing it could be. So it doesn't look that bad, but I guess it's more eaten up than you thought, or than I thought, than you would think looking at it. Oh no, I mean that one's really ate up. Okay, yeah, somebody done chewed on that shit. Put it back on, took it off, and chewed on it again, shit it out, chewed on the bitch again, and did. Yeah, these. What the. There we go. There we go. Look at that gold. Yeah, so that is. So it's got to be that. But it's like it's a really aggressive turn, is what it is. Yeah, so the bottom bushing is still cool. Usually you take them, reshape them if they flatten out or oval out or whatever. And usually it's after a couple of months or something like that, or at least a month, and you kind of get it here and there, and you're able to, like, again, reshape the bushings, or just loosen it, play with it, tighten it, swap shit around, whatever you got to do. But no, this is just, it's just like someone's grabbing it and just pulling it.
Basically, the top truck was just veering off just by itself aggressively to the right, which I'm goofy, so predominantly my big ass is on that side of the board. But just the top truck was just, so I'm rolling straight until I'm not going straight because the top truck is just veering off. So it's cool if I have my whole foot on or like something like that, like a kick flip. But when I'm trying to 3 flip, I got my foot partially on and it's just going to the right. And I got to keep like trying to fight it to keep it straight and like tic-tac it to bring it straight. It was just, no. And it's so early on. That's why it has to be the bushings or something. I'm guessing the bushings are the kind of like, I got a bad batch of bushings rather than these bushings being trash in general, which most of my indie bushings have been. My stock bushings have been trash, so it's not entirely out of the realm of being a possible possum. No, but I definitely want to run some more of these and then some replacement bushings. But so I definitely intend on getting some aftermarket bushings though, but they're probably aftermarket, so it might be different than what comes in the. I'll have to see about that and see if that's the case. But either way, there's so many reviews out there where you're not given the truck, so some honest reviews and stuff like that. But it could just be the case, like with like I said, with indies, I've had that. I have historically had that issue with indies. The bushings just blown out way too quickly. Maybe the bushings are they just ass like that. I don't know, but I would assume, and it's only one pair, that it's just again a bad batch. That's the only thing I would actually feel comfortable saying. I'm hurt, nigga. and I'm seen. I'm heard and I'm seen. Seen and I'm heard. Hearing, heard. I'm saying heard. Am I hitting the D? I don't know if I'm. Whoa. Hold on, cuz. Yeah, so very easily, this was my very first time ever skating a pair of slappies. So if this problem is actually a matter of the kingpin, that would be that means it'll be systemic to this particular design, the ultra low kingpin or whatever. So basically, I would easily grab another pair, either of these if it can be remedied. But if it is like the case that it is with that kingpin, it's just cooked. It's just on some bullshit. Then I would grab something else within their lineup. Is what I'm trying to say. But other than that, I am quite fond of slappies.